Thank you. Hello to everybody. This morning we heard about biodiversity, adaptation, and mitigation, and I want to talk about big champions of the three of them that are wetlands. So my name is Lorena Segura. I work for a research institution in the south of France that is called Valat, founded by the Hoffman family. And I'm happy to present you a project in which we work. It's called Restoration of Wetlands to mitigate the climate change effects. And it's particularly a nature-based solution in the former southworks of the Camargue. So to talk about the Camargue is an area, is the Rhone River Delta. That is not the last version, but it's okay. That is, most of the territory, so 70% of the territory is at less than 1 meter height, and the sea level is rising. So we know that we expected 2 meters of a rising of the sea level by 2100. So we believe that restoring wetlands can act as a buffer zone to mitigate floods. And as I was talking about adaptability, wetlands are these kind of ecosystems that can adapt to different circumstances. So they are very dynamic, and they can either open new paths or create natural barriers to face climate change. What great infrastructure, as dikes, cannot always do that, and cannot always adapt to the increase of frequency of big natural phenomena like storms. So what we are doing at Tour de Valat is changing the protocol and not working at the front level, so the seafront level, but we are working inside. So we are trusting on the inner dike and supporting the restoration of 6,500 hectares of wetland. So the achievement so far has been that the water systems now are reconnected. So this place used to be salinas. So the different lagoons were like compartmentalized for the salt production, for the evaporation of the water to produce salt. And now this system is completely reconnected. So that means that we have the inner contribution of fresh water, and that the system is less salty, so the vegetation could recolonize. We have like explosion of biodiversity increase that the team of researchers is very happy to monitor every time. So it's kind of a playground of the researchers from the institute. And we also have increased collaboration between the different actors, including local actors. So in terms of our business model, so it's not really a business model because we are a research institution, but we have worked with different partners that are the Park of the Camargue, the National Society for Protection of Nature, and the Conservatoire du Littoral, that is the federal government. So this area is owned now by the federal government. And in terms of cost-benefit analysis, so we estimated that our strategy, so what is restoring the inner dike and also restoring these 6,500 hectares, would be like around 10,000 less costly than restore the front dike. That is completely difficult to do because of all the storms that are destroying it continuously. We come with different funds, with different sources that range from private and public funds. So in terms of the impact, we have published in different journals, and the project has been taken as an example for other sites, especially for our Mediterranean partners. So we work at Tour de Valat at Mediterranean scale, and we collaborate with many other partners, and especially for the people and for the partners who work in deltas. This has been like a very nice example and a way to collaborate with us. We have also contributed to sustainable development goals, especially to biodiversity and the biodiversity-oriented, clean water-oriented, and also the good health for people. So in terms of needs, what we are looking forward here is for partners. So what we want the most is to get in contact with partners that could help us to develop risk scenarios, also to share that with the community that is nearby the area. And in terms of communication, we would like to get to know also better resources to better communicate with the local inhabitants. And in terms of financial resources, what we want is to continue to look for funds for continuing all this work, and also for improving research on this, on what wetland restoration can bring as a nature-based solution to face sea level rise. So thank you very much for your attention. Here is my contact, and also the contact of Marc Thibault, who's the project leader of this project.
Thank you very much, Lorena.
Thank you.
And now we have Stephanie online from Firmenich.